Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. On today's episode, we're going to continue with the CSI investigator, I think it is. So that's going to be fun. Um, I just want to say before we start, thank you. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for giving it a like. It's a really small thing, but it really helps the channel. If you can, give it a like. So let's get right into the video.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Is there a set procedure you follow when you are asked to respond to a crime scene?
Yes.
What is that, please?
All right. So we have here I think he's a CSI investigator. He goes to the crime scene and see what objects, what the evidence around the crime scene. But what I wanted to show you, because yesterday I told you guys that I had a surprise for y'all, and I know Suit Watch is a divisive uh, subject. Some people like it, some people don't. I try to do it really quickly, really small, but I also like to give you my opinion of that. And this is the surprise that I got you. It's not an iPhone, it's not your first ever iPhone. It's, look at you, the top right. Hey, we have a logo now. I like doing these kind of things. I like you see my logo, which is a J with a jester hat. I made that. Um, I designed that, so I don't know. I like it. But now, yeah, we have a logo now. We officially are now in Suit Watch. Today we have a blue suit. And also the blue. Some people in the comments say that um, people wear blue in support of the victims. I don't know if that's true, but I made it blue just so like a little homage to that. So just so you know. So he has a checkered suit, which is rare. I give him points for that. The black tie, the white shirt, and the pin. I like it. It works. It's good. I'll give it a 10. Easy.
If,
leading.
Overruled, the witness may answer.
if law enforcement is at the scene and would like the crime lab crime scene response team to respond, they simply call the lab that's in their jurisdiction, and basically the call will get routed to me and I'll dispatch a team to the scene.
And on November 21 of 2021, was the crime scene response unit asked to respond to an incident in the city of Waukesha, county of Waukesha, state of Wisconsin?
Yes. The nature of the call was to respond to an address on Maple Street to begin processing a vehicle that was abandoned in the driveway of that residence.
Were you given any limited information as to the significance of the vehicle?
Yes, it was reported to me that the vehicle was more than likely involved in running through the Waukesha Christmas parade.
Were you aware that it was reported pedestrians had been struck during the event?
Yes, that was reported.
The objection is noted. I'll allow it as it is foundational. The witness may answer.
Yes.
Now, when I think of a crime scene, I typically think of a place or a location. Does your unit also cover processing of a vehicle like this?
Yes, in this
It's
Overruled, you may
foundation.
answer.
in this particular circumstance or situation, the vehicle itself can be considered a crime scene in and of itself.
And in your years with the crime lab, do you have prior experience processing motor vehicles that were suspected to have been involved in fatal collisions with pedestrians?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled, foundational. The witness may answer.
Yes, I've processed several vehicles related to that.
So first on the screen is Exhibit 67, which I believe was previously admitted? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Objection.
Prior to the photographing of the vehicle, is it been moved or altered by you in any way, sir?
No.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled, foundational.
It's fun. All of these questions are you expect them at the beginning of the direct examination because you're establishing what he does. He's the expert. She has to establish that he's an expert. And we all know how Darrell works against experts.
The witness may answer.
No.
Please put up for the witness number 68, which has been previously admitted.
Go ahead.
Objection.
Overruled.
Please describe.
This is a overall photograph of the back end of the red Ford Escape.
Do you believe these 5 photographs are true and accurate depictions of the way the vehicle looked on the driveway at 338 Maple that evening, sir?
Objection leading.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get a hold of my witness list. Could you re-ask the question?
Yes, Your Honor. Do these 5 photographs truly and accurately depict the way the vehicle looked at 338 Maple Street on the evening of November 21, 21?
Objection leading.
Overruled, foundational. The witness may answer.
Yes.
Move to admit 67, well, 67 and 68 are already in. So move to admit 93, 102, 103, and permission to publish all 5.
Objection. Relevancy.
They're relevant.
Overruled. The exhibits are received. Permission to publish granted.
67, you testified was an overview photograph?
Yeah, that's an overall photograph
Objection
of the.
leading.
Overruled. They're now being shown to the jury. It's proper. It's foundational as well. Go ahead.
Yes, this is a overall photograph showing the location of the vehicle, but specifically also showing the front end damage of the vehicle.
All right. Next, 93. Please describe.
A close-up.
Objection to what?
Overruled. Go ahead.
A close-up of the damage that has been sustained on the front hood area, bumper area of the red Ford Escape.
Next is 68.
Objection.
Overruled.
There appears to be some liquid substance on the ground. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, I
Objection
do.
leading.
Overruled, foundational. The witness may answer.
Do you remember seeing that substance that night?
Yes.
Were you able to tell what it was?
Objection speculative.
Overruled. Based
It's
upon
an-
his training
it's
and
an-
experience, he may answer.
Not specifically what.
I'm sorry, Brooks, but these are experts. A speculation doesn't work when you have experts.
Type of fluid it is, but some kind of engine compartment fluid.
From this vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Number 102, please.
Also showing what I describe as a white headband on the broken driver door mirror.
Is that illuminated in some fashion?
Objection
Yes.
leading.
Overruled.
How was it illuminated?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
It has white LEDs that are within the cloth and they're blinking on and off.
Okay. And then last would be 103.
Objection.
Please.
He really hates Sue Upper. He objects to every question to either be leading, speculate. He has to find something. I think, especially with Susan, he does it more.
Describe.
If that's even possible.
Oh, I'm sorry. He objected.
Overruled.
My processing strategy this particular night was to collect anything that would be fragile in nature off of the vehicle and then get it transported to a more environmentally friendly secured facility to continue processing in the subsequent days.
Was that for your comfort or for some scientific reason?
Objection speculative.
Overruled.
So what items, if you recall, did you remove that you had deemed fragile?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Of particular interest on the vehicle was the headband that was around the driver door mirror that was broken.
So that item was removed?
Correct.
What about the front bumper? We saw that laying on the driveway. Was that secured in some fashion?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, to make transport easy, the bumper would have had to be lifted up with bungee cords and resecured.
I'm going to present to the witness only another series of photographs, starting with 105.
What are those head movements? He cannot believe that she's gonna be showing more evidence.
Do you know how many?
He broke a nail or something?
8.
Sequential?
Yes, 105 through 112.
He's so mad that he's like, oh, 8 more pictures? Really? Do we need that many to prove that I'm guilty? No.
Objection. Relevancy.
Well, I haven't seen them yet, so I'll have to wait, but you can put them up and then I'll make a ruling.
What are
I think
these
we're ready.
eye rolls? He needs to see the evidence to see if it's relevant or not. You don't even know. What if it could be a picture of just dirt? But no, you're so flustered about it.
Our end, we're just waiting for Madam Clerk.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave it alone. You hit it. We just mixed each other twice.
105.
All right.
There.
Given what I see on the screen, the objection is overruled.
I'm just going to ask the witness to look through these photos just as if he had them in front of him, and then I'll ask some foundational questions. Do you need more time to review that photo?
Objection.
No.
Leading.
Overruled.
How is that leading?
Noted. Exhibits 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, and 112 are all received. Permission to publish granted.
So in this photograph, sir, is the, what's the condition of the front bumper, please?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. Foundational. The witness may answer.
The front bumper is secured in somewhat, should be its original position with those bungee cords that we previously talked about.
Okay. Next, 106, please. Was there an effort by you to try and match the pieces of the bumper to the frame of the body, or is that just the way it came together?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. Go ahead. You may answer.
At this time, I was not trying to physically match anything together. It was just for the purpose of securing it for transport.
What is the position of the driver's side window in this photograph, sir?
The window is down.
Is that the way you found it?
Yes.
Objection.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
107, please. Please describe.
An overall photograph from the point view of the front passenger side of the vehicle.
Next, 108.
Objection.
To what?
Overruled.
Is that the way you found it?
Yes.
Okay. 109. Along the front passenger door and the rear passenger door, do you see anything remarkable?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Spanning the length of both doors is quite a significant scratch.
Have you seen scratches like that before in processing motor vehicles, sir?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
I have.
What is that consistent with, please?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Coming into contact with another item.
Thank you. Number 110. Please describe. Motor vehicles, sir?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
I have.
What is that consistent with, please?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Coming into contact with another item.
Thank you. Number 110. Please describe.
An overall photograph showing the rear of the passenger side of the vehicle.
111.
Objection.
Overruled.
And then 112, please.
Objection.
Overruled.
It looks like there's a substance on the exterior of the vehicle on the driver's side. Do you see what I'm referring to, sir?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Do you know what that item or substance was?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled based upon his training and experience. and his personal observation of the vehicle, he may answer.
And was it sprayed along the most of the driver's side of the vehicle?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled.
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 117, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
Objection.
To what?
Overruled. Go
Objection to the objection?
Do you recognize the object in Exhibit 118?
I do.
Do you believe this photo is a true and accurate representation of the object as you found it on the vehicle?
I do.
Objection, speculative.
Overruled. Your answer may stand.
This is a close-up photograph of the clothing items that were pinned to the windshield by the crumpled hood, and it was being held in place by that hood pinning the items against the windshield, as well as that wiper arm.
Okay. What did you find them to be?
It was a detachable hood from a jacket, as well as a winter hat.
And can you just point out on the touch screen which is which?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
That's the hood portion, and that's the hat portion.
Okay, thank you. Did you find any U.S. mail or paperwork inside the vehicle?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may
It's
answer.
relevant.
Yes, I did.
Were there any names associated with the U.S. mail or paperwork inside the vehicle?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes.
What was that name?
Darrell E. Brooks, Jr.
Was there an address, if you can recall?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
There was, but I don't exactly recall it.
Sure. Also on the table next to you, sir, is your report that I've marked as exhibit number 90.
Before we go into the report, I've been reading the comments, and I think you guys said that Darrell lived in the truck, so it makes sense that he had mail delivered there. What address would you put if you live in a car? The one that you're currently at? That's an interesting thought.
See that?
Yes.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Placed on the table.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Attorney Opper.
Well, objection, how did it get on the table?
Well, someone put it there, my guy. They're not allowed to get close to the witness, and they want to speed up the trial, so they just put it there so it saves time. But now you're gonna waste it all away.
Your objections noted. It's overruled. Record will reflect that there's a copy of a crime lab report. It has an exhibit sticker, number 90, with the case number of this case. Handing it back to the witness. Go ahead, you may question
How did it
regarding
get on the table?
It doesn't matter.
Placed it on the table.
Attorney
that's
Opper
objection.
indicated she placed it there.
When did that happen?
Attorney Opper, go ahead, continue.
Did you author this report, sir?
Yes, I did.
If you review the report, would you be able to see the address for Darrell Brooks that was noted in the paperwork from the inside of the SUV?
I would.
Objection, I don't consent to being called that name.
Please
Noted, overruled.
Yes, I would.
Please do that, sir.
Objection,
Overruled.
grounds for the overrule.
He's mad now. Like the thing about him not having the papers really work him up. Now he's mad.
The witness may answer.
Grounds for the overrule.
Go ahead, sir.
The address for the pieces of mail that I recovered was 4014 North 19th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53209.
Thank you.
Objection, that should be strike. When he asked the question, he said he didn't recall. So how can you force somebody to recall?
With
Oh.
his report. You do it all the time.
The witness's recollection was refreshed through the use of his report, which he indicated he documented the address. Your objections noted. It's overruled. The answer will stand. Go ahead. Next question, please.
Yes, and actually, if I could back up one minute and ask Ms. Gussie to put back up 117. Got to ask a question about 117.
Go ahead.
And if we could display it,
You can do
please,
what y'all
Madam
wanna
Clerk.
do. Nobody got to answer no questions.
Mr. Brooks, please refrain from interrupting. You'll have an opportunity to ask
I
your
have an
questions
objection
on
of
cross.
how stuff got to the table without my knowledge. That should be known. That should at least be noted for the record.
For
It
what?
was
I wouldn't
noted
be.
for-
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Your objection's noted. It's overruled. Go ahead, Attorney Opera.
So that needs to stop happening.
In
It needs
addition
be
to
fair.
that,
All right, I'm going to excuse the jury. All right, for the jury.
Can't keep doing stuff without. It should be a fair trial. That's my right. You shouldn't be able to do things without my knowledge. And then pass it off to the jury like that's fair.
It's
They
fair.
deserve to know that too.
You see, he slammed the papers to the table. I don't know why he's mad. I mean, what is the difference between Susan giving him passing the paper while he's on court, and him just getting it on the table? It makes no difference. He was gonna get it anyway.
Jury's out.
But he has to be a baby about it.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the reason
consent to being
documents
called that
are
name.
being put on the
I don't consent to being
witness
called
stand
that
Shut
name.
up.
are
She's
because
talking.
this court indicated it would limit the movement of the parties due to your custodial status to keep things fair.
And I
You are
merely asked, how did
attempting-
it get there?
Sir, do not
I'm not
interrupt
enti-
me, or
I'm
you will
I'm not
forfeit your
entitled
right
to
to
know
be
how it got
present
there.
in this courtroom.
So
Do
you
not
holding me in
interrupt
contempt?
me.
Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm gonna make a record.
Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm not answering your questions.
So then you're not holding me in contempt.
Do not interrupt me again, or you will go to the other courtroom.
Under what lawful law?
All right, he's interrupted me once again. We're gonna clear the courtroom. He's being disrespectful. I'll make a record once he moves. Unless you can promise me right now that you let me make my record
Get him
without
out.
interrupting me, sir.
Get him out.
You gonna make your record? You can make your record.
Then please don't interrupt me.
Don't hold me in contempt.
I've never said any such thing.
Removing me from the courtroom, Your Honor, is essentially holding me in contempt.
All right.
It's
no,
not.
You're forfeiting your right to be present under Illinois versus Allen.
I didn't forfeit
I'm
anything.
going to start talking, and if he interrupts, then I will close this courtroom, and he will be taken to the next courtroom. Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the court made some pretrial rulings related to whether there would be, they can stay in, I haven't closed it yet, he's not interrupting me, whether the parties could approach the witness stand. And I did that because you're in custody, and I'm not going to allow you to approach the witness stand while in custody.
Good.
That is why various precautions have taken place to limit, frankly, that from happening. Throughout this trial, there was one instance at the very beginning of the case where I allowed the state to approach a witness. I corrected that. That hasn't happened since. We've had bailiffs take items up to the witness stand, or the items have been given to the witnesses, or they've been placed on the witness stand. That's proper. There is nothing wrong about that. Nobody's trying to pull a fast one over you. No one is doing something that's not permitted by this court, or frankly under the rules of decorum and courtesy, or the presentation of evidence in this case. Frankly, from my perspective, sir, your attempts and your comments are to try to dig in at this jury and to somehow create doubt about the presentation of this case or the fairness of these proceedings without the party, meaning the state, having an opportunity to refute, explain, or correct it. I've taken the jury out at this point to admonish you that any further mumbling under your breath or not recognizing when I uphold or sustain an objection, that I will take as a disrupting interruption meant to disrupt the proceedings. I'm not holding you in contempt. I'm well aware that that's one of my options. I choose not to do it for the reasons that I've stated on the record previously. All right, you can forfeit your right to be present at any point in time during this trial by your conduct under Illinois versus Allen. When it is disruptive, when it does not follow the simple rules of courtesy and decorum. I draw your attention once again to SCR Chapter 62, which has been previously provided to you, which is under the statute there. These constant mumbling and interruptions during the proceedings. I haven't made a record of them today, but I will now. Started at 9:01, then there was 5 at 9:02, 3 at 9:03, 4 at 9:04, 1 at 9:05, 2 at 9:05, 1 at 9:06, 3 at 9:08, again at 9:17, 9:27, 10:31, 1:05, there was talking over by you at 2:03, 5 interruptions at 2:14, 2:15, 2:17, at 2:19, audible muttering, 2:31, 2:33, what I would describe as inappropriate, like muttering under your breath, 2:35, at 3:06, there was a hilarious comment, at 3:11, there was what I would describe as arguing about the muttering and the irony of it all. At 3:12, there were 4 interruptions. At 3:37, more 4:09, 4:10, more mumbling. At 4:11, twice, and at 4:12, 9 different times. So I think I've made an ample record of the disruptions today. I've been abundantly patient with you. Again, as I stated earlier, I've even limited how I tell these things to the jury about how to disregard, and I simply say the jury is to disregard comments and statements made by the parties or the lawyers, as those are not evidence. So I'm warning you, do not interrupt again. If this jury comes back, or when they come back and you do that, then you will be removed and you will forfeit your right to be present for the examination of this witness. Let's bring the jury back in.
Well, you might
All right. I love that. I love that. I love that she said all that. It's great. She needs to put her foot down with him because, like you said, she just read it. The only time that he wasn't interrupting was when he was in lunch. All the other times, interruptions everywhere. So I like that. But now she has to, like, make that true. Like, don't just say it. She needs to do it, and I think she will.
Remove me then, because what you're doing is not fair. I can't even rebut what you're saying.
No.
I didn't interrupt you. I let you make your incorrect record.
And I hate when she says these kind of things. I let you. You don't let her do anything. She can do what she wants, basically. It's her. You're in her country.
Mr. Brooks, I'm bringing the jury out and we're continuing. We're going to get through these witnesses.
Okay? And I'm not stopping you from doing that.
Through your behavior, you're not going to delay these proceedings today.
I'm not trying to delay the proceedings, so I wish you would stop being incorrect on the record and saying what I'm trying to do if you don't know that. You don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm bringing the jury out. I'm not going to argue with you.
Then don't. Because I'm not arguing with you either. I'm stating facts.
You're raising your voice. It's
because I'm tired of you always making a record.
At me.
You're making a record of me trying to look bad. I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
I'm making a record of what's accurately
You're making a record of incorrect statements. That's what you're doing. You're not making a record of not being able.
I'm advising you to be quiet because the jury's coming back out.
You're advising me to be quiet?
Yeah.
Is you telling me to be quiet?
I'm advising you to be respectful when the jury comes out.
Are you telling me to be quiet, or are you asking me?
I'm asking you and advising
you.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting that, because don't nobody tell me what to do. I don't tell nobody else what to do.
I'd appreciate
we're all adults in here. I've never told you to do anything at all.
Sir, I'd appreciate if your tone of voice would change.
I would appreciate if you would ask me.
The thing is, Darrell, she can do what she wants. If she wants to tell you, sit down and be quiet, she can do that. I don't know if you know how jail works, but they tell you what to do and you do it. This is not like please or something like that. What are you going to do if she tells you what to do? What are you going to do? Hit her?
I'm a grown man with grown kids. Ain't nobody going to talk to me like that. Nobody.
Again, with a grown man with grown kids. You didn't even see your kids. Why do you put them out there?
I don't have a problem with doing what you ask me to do, not tell me. Just like when I asked you about subject matter jurisdiction that you have yet to prove on the record. But somehow I'm being intentionally disruptive Come on, man. Stop. Just stop it.
Remember when he
Jury's
told
coming out.
All rise for the jury.
Not gonna work.
remember when he told her that she didn't tell her what to do? She's telling her what to do. Inconsistent monster.
I'm supposed to be scared of getting removed or something.
I love that he's mad.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. State may continue its examination of this witness. I believe we're on Exhibit 117.
Yes, we had one. Continued. Madam Clerk, would you please turn the display back on?
Did you see that? She just stared her down the whole time. Even when he was sitting down, he's just staring at her for some reason. I don't know why. That's not gonna do anything.
Mr. Johnson, were there other items on the front passenger seat besides the blue winter hat?
Objection leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
I do recall a cell phone being present on that front passenger seat.
I also see some items that look like maybe headphones or charging cable, something like that. Do you see that, sir?
Objection leading.
Overruled. Foundational. The witness may answer. The exhibits have previously been received.
Objection speculative.
Overruled.
I do see that.
And how about on the floorboard of the front passenger seat? Is there an item there, sir?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes.
What do you remember that item was?
A TV.
Okay. Now if we could please go to Exhibit 116 and put up for the witness only. Sir, do you see Exhibit 116 in front of you?
I do.
Move to admit 116, permission to publish.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. Exhibit 116 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
This is an overview of the rear passenger seat. That rear passenger compartment contained several clothing items and miscellaneous items.
Okay. Was the condition of the back seat like this when you found the vehicle, sir?
Objection speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer based upon his knowledge of recovering the vehicle from the scene and his training and experience.
Yes.
I'm going to please ask Ms. Gussie to put up 113, 114, and 115 for his review.
Go ahead.
Is 113 up?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize that item?
I do.
Okay. Move to admit 113, 114, and 115, permission to publish. Were you able to tell the path of travel for the bullet?
Objection
Yes.
speculative.
Please describe.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes. The fired bullet that caused this defect most likely came through that rear passenger window that was shattered and entered the vehicle and then exited the vehicle through the windshield.
Number 114, please.
That's an apparent fired bullet defect. I call this a striking defect. That's on the roof rail of the passenger side of the vehicle.
Okay. Why do you call it a striking defect?
It didn't penetrate any part of the vehicle. It was more of a glancing kind of ricochet.
Okay. And then number 115. And if you could zoom in on that back left. Yep, thank you. Please describe.
This is an apparent fired bullet defect. I call this a perforating defect because it actually went through the exterior door skin and went all the way through into the inside of the vehicle.
What kinds of things are you looking for on the undercarriage?
Looking for anything that shouldn't be normally present on the undercarriage of the vehicle. So I was looking for any hairs, fibers, any potential biological fluids such as blood.
Did you find any such objects?
Objection leading.
Overruled. He may answer.
Yes, I did.
Did you collect those items?
Yes, I did.
You had described for us earlier swabbing of the steering wheel on the interior of the vehicle. Do you recall that?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
How do you go about swabbing a steering wheel, sir?
Objection. What's the relevancy?
Overruled. The witness may answer.
The best way to collect DNA evidence from a surface is to use a two-swab technique. In this particular case, those items, anything for DNA, is going to be transferred to the DNA analysis unit.
Did that happen?
Yes, that did.
And how about the hat, States Exhibit 87? Did that get transferred to another unit for further analysis, to your knowledge?
Yes,
Objection.
so any clothing item that's
Hold on. There was an objection. Grounds?
Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may
he's
continue.
almost laying down now. He doesn't care anymore. He just staring at the ceiling for something. What is this behavior? Just get him out. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't need to be
Clothing
there.
items that are worn by individuals are a really good source of transfer of DNA. So yes, I collected that hat and it was transferred to the DNA analysis unit.
Your report Exhibit 90, did you believe that to be a true and accurate narration or summary, I should say, of your work in this case, sir?
Yes, I do.
Move to admit number 90, Your Honor.
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. Exhibit 90 is received.
I don't have any other questions then, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Cross-exam, please.
All right. I'm going to leave it here for today. I need to cut a little bit short because I'm on a work trip. But tomorrow we're going to come back with a cross-examination of this investigator, officer. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You don't want to miss that one. Tomorrow's gonna be fire. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.